right. I'm so glad you guys are just coming and being, connecting and engaging, and that's something that I'll be talking about when I'm talking about hope. Hope. I was those who are in group coaching know we talked about what our theme is for the month, and it's hope and leadership. But also, I was being led to speak about hope because during times like this, it's sometimes we lose hope. I mean, that's the bottom line. We see things going on in our lives and our worlds, or we see the state of the world, and we lose hope. And losing hope can send us into depression, amongst many other things, amongst the trauma, amongst the pain. But if we can just give ourselves kind of a roadmap to maintaining hope, it's something that we can hold on to. So I want to do my little part of spreading the hope to you guys today. And I'm taking the acronym of hope. The H, I really want us to just process in our minds to highlight those things that are good. And it seems crazy now. You're like, I just want to share all the negative stuff. Or we want to, friends share the negative stuff to us, and you can still show up for yourself in activism and highlight the good, highlighting possibly the good that could come out of something, highlighting a protest, a peaceful protest, highlighting the good, because what you're doing is you're programming your mind to see the things that are good. And if we aren't programming our mind to see the things that are good, we're seeing the things that are bad, that are continuously hitting us. They're continuously giving us pain. They're continuously, stripping away the hope that we could have, even though someone would say it's the reality. A lot of times that's what we want to lean into. Well, that's reality. I mean, we get that. But also, reality is taking care of you. Reality is holding your heart. Reality is making sure that your emotions are okay. We talked about that type of self-care last week. But I want you to just make a mental note to highlight what is good. Even in the most horrible situations, highlight what is good. And that can help you maintain a certain level of hope. I don't mean put your head in the sand. I don't mean hide from the things that you feel you need to show up from. I just mean highlight what is good. What is good? I could talk about, I think I've talked to some people about this, how, we have some friends who are white, and some people have friends who are white who just aren't getting it, and some people have friends who are white who are kind of getting it and missing the mark in some cases. But I'm gonna highlight my friend who dropped off the chocolate and flowers to me. I'm not gonna look at what didn't she do, or what's her privilege. I'm gonna highlight she dropped off flowers and chocolates to me because she didn't know what else the heck to do. She was like, this is what I can do. So I'm highlighting what is good in that situation when I could probably go online and find a whole bunch of different counteracting bad things, So highlight what's good. It rolls us into the next one, which is optimism. And highlighting what is good doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to look at things from an optimistic point of view either. So if there is a way for you to be optimistic, and there is a way, I'm just trying to be kind about it. There is a way for you to be optimistic. It's called looking for the silver lining. And that they roll into each other, because being optimistic is one thing, but actually highlighting it, making it something that you see. It's kind of like when you guys watch a movie and you see someone reading a book, and they're reading the book, but then the movie graphics have words popping out at them. Have you ever seen that in a movie where they're reading something and the words, just certain words pop out at them? And where you are in life is that's life is gonna do for you. Life is going to pop out those things that you focus on. So in maintaining hope, and I want to be clear that this isn't ignore what's going on in the world, put your head in the sand. It's not that. It is literally to take care of you. My responsibility is your heart. That's my responsibility. So here I am going to give you options on taking care of your heart. And hope is one of them. Maintaining hope is one of them. The P in hope is prepare for the best. How many times, let's be real, how many times people tell us and we tell ourselves, I got to be prepared for the worst. Be prepared for the worst, you know? And no one ever says prepare for the best. Prepare for the best. You know what that could look like, and I'll just give an example, like even in our businesses or just in life, and Kay and I were just talking about like what is our world going to look like in acting. You know, prepare for the best. We could say, what is the world going to look like? Actors can't get on stage, so I'm not going to stay healthy or be up on breaking down scripts or memorizing lines, just because we are basically preparing for the worst, even though you may not say that. But if we're prepared for the best, that means we're going to be in tip-top condition. We are going to be preparing our mind, like reading scripts. I know Kay is like doing a reading of her play. Kay is preparing for the best, you know? And so I want you to think about how can you prepare for the best case scenario. And it's just a matter of having these types of questions, asking yourself these questions on a continuous basis, because out of sight, out of mind. And I feel like I want to be the, you know, insight in mind kind of coach, where I'm like, okay, let's talk about this. We can do this. We can look at this. Put this on the board. Let's look at this on the mirror. Like, how can we bring things insight in our mind to magnify those things that we want, like the words on a page. We're going to see what we want to see. I know you guys have seen that on like Instagram, where someone's like, your first 3 words are what you stand for. And it's like, looks like Scrabble. If you're a negative person, you're going to find the negative words. Trust me. And it might not be that you're a negative person. It might just be your mind is in a negative space. It's your mind being in a negative space. So what we want to do is prepare the mind, prepare our lives, prepare our businesses for the best. We are not going to ignore that stuff happens. One of the questions I'm always asking at the end of private coaching is, hey, do you see any obstacles, or even group coaching, do you see any obstacles that could get in the way? We do want to be aware of certain things so that we can have the ammunition to shoot it down when it comes up. However, we want to prepare for the best. Another example of that would be like in my business, preparing for the best for me is creating systems and hiring a team so that I can have an influx of when people decide they're going to come into my fold. Now, if I wasn't doing that, I'm not prepared to serve that many people. I would just be like, hey, I can only serve so many because only I can do so much. But I'm preparing for the best. I have, created systems. I'm hiring a team. That's me preparing for the best in the middle of COVID and a national protest. I'm preparing for the best. So think about ways in your life that you can prepare for the best, because what it does is it gives you a focus of something that is positive. And the last one is engage. All of you got this. Y'all got this one. All of you are engaged right now. You are engaging in activities, organizations, conversations that breed hope. I would think that this Wednesday wind down breeds hope. I know for a fact that it does. And you have showed up, so you are engaging in an activity that is breeding hope. H is highlight the good. O is optimism, be optimistic. P is prepare for the best. And E is engage in activities, conversations, environments that breed hope. That breed hope. So I'm now going to open it up for our beautiful girlfriends chat. So you can be like, yeah, girl, what's up? Unmute yourself. Thank you. I think I hear notes. I hear notes.
Lovely, Tasha. I love what you're saying. I love the hope. I love everything that it stands for.
Thank you.
I was just thinking